My sister's gonna go after you.
I'm gonna have to put my video off and you on, right?
Okay. All right. Welcome to all our guests in the house. Welcome to all the founders. I just want to thank all of you for taking the time to be with us today. At this time, we are about to introduce our one and only, the man on the mission, Papa Africa, Mr. Osong, the one who has endless, insurmountable amount of years in the IT industry, who has dabbled in all professions, all types of businesses, but we can call this man the guru and the genius who has been brought to us to rescue us from whatever positions that we are in. And the man who, when he does his presentation today on this, our own, or about this company of ours called ONPASSIVE, you will be moved. And when you get moved, you will join us at the top because we are already in it to win it. So let me introduce and call upon Mr. Charles Osong, the man on the mission. Thank you, Mr. Osong.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Dr. Mildred, for all that you do. Even though you're sick, you managed to be here and doing a great job. Thank you, Senge, and all the other leaders who are here. Hey, by the way, our moderators, they have a great sense of humor, right? And you know how they say all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy? So I really enjoy them. You know, I need that laugh, right? So thank you. And good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're calling from. This is a great day. It's a beautiful day, even though it's raining here in Maryland, where I'm at. It's May the 7th, 2022. If you're a guest, I hope we have plenty of you. This is your lucky day. You're gonna mark this calendar. Someone that loves you so much has invited you here to listen to an opportunity that is about to close, right? There's not much time. And so those of us leaders, we have decided to sacrifice our time because we want to help change mankind. It is a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity. It comes, like I say, once in a blue moon, really. Okay. And you're fortunate there's this thing called timing and positioning in every business. So you are here, the right place, and the right time. I will be telling you about it. And the way I do that is I simply tell you my story. I tell you how I got to know about it and why I decided to go all in. Okay, and hopefully you can resonate with me and join, and then you can help reduce poverty in this world. Okay, so I have been in the United States for well over 37 years now. I just turned 37 in April. Okay, and during that time, I have been working very, very hard, mostly in the IT industry. And that is a very broad industry, to tell you the truth. But I've been working, you know, 2 jobs, sometimes 3 jobs just to make ends meet, right? And why is that? Because I had a job, and job we say just over broke. By the time I'm done paying my bills, I am broke again. And I have a big family in the United States and outside of the United States. So I was trying to make extra money so I can be of help, right? In that process, I decided to look for what we call passive residual income. I ran into the works of Mr. Warren Buffett a while ago, and he said something that makes a lot of sense to me. He said, if you don't find a way to make money in your sleep, you will work until you die. And I agreed with him. So I was aggressively looking for ways to make money in my sleep. And so I decided to retire from, or resign from my job, not retire because I'm still working for myself, but resign from my corporate America job just over 5 years ago. I recall a colleague of mine looking at me straight in the face and saying, Charles, you must be very lucky. You must have saved up a lot of money to be retiring this early. And I said to him, on the contrary, I have been working for 30 years and I don't see my bank account smiling. So there's got to be a better way. I also recall Robert Einstein saying, you keep doing the same things over and over, and expecting different results, well, that is his definition of insanity, right? And I also agree with him on that one. That's why I decided to stop working. I got myself an office space in Maryland in the United States. And just over 3 years and 3 months ago, a trusted friend of mine walked into my office and said to me, Charles, I have an opportunity that's going to blow your mind away. And by the way, I used to do multi-level marketing businesses. And prior to that, I had stopped doing them simply because I could not duplicate myself. I could not bring people in and tell them and make them do what I do. So I said, this ain't gonna work out. So when my friend came to me and I said to him, I have 3 questions for you. 3, very, very important. Okay, these are prerequisites for me to get into any business. And that was based on my experience. Question number 1, if I do not recruit, if I do not sell to even one person, am I going to make money? That was very important for me. And when I say money, I'm talking real money, not any kind of chump change. If you can recall, I was already retired, so to speak, from work. So time freedom I had, plenty of it. But I was still looking for money, financial freedom. Because when you have those two, the time freedom and the financial freedom, then you can proudly say, I have total freedom. So my ears were wide open and I told my friend, hey, am I gonna be able to make the kind of money that will give me the so very elusive money or financial freedom? He said to me, Charles, believe me, when this company launches, you're gonna see the kind of money you'll make. It's gonna give you enough money to leave a legacy for your children, your children's children, and beyond. Well, that sounded like music to my ears. And I said to him, okay, let's go to question number 2, because they got to go through all of them. Green, green, green. Will I have to come out of pocket every month when this company launches? As you guys know, if you're paying a monthly auto ship, as they call it in the industry, when you get a hard time, when you go through hardship, that is the first thing that goes out of the window. So that's why that's important. And he told me, Charles, when we launch, you're gonna come out of pocket once, and that's it. I kind of like that. I was about break dancing, but I needed to hear the third and final question. And so I asked him, does this company have legitimate, viable products? By legitimate, I mean legal. By viable, I mean necessary. Something that mankind, you and I, will use every day. Most of us have been involved in all kinds of businesses. Myself, number 1. Easier to count how many businesses I haven't been involved with than to count the ones that I have been. And a lot of them have gone out of business. You want to know why? No viable product. If a business does not have viable products, that business is a time bomb. It is just a matter of time before it folds. So that was very important for me. So when I asked my friend that question, what are the viable products of this company? He told me, Charles, you have an IT background. I am sure you can understand these products better than me. And I said, sure. So I went, took a look at the products, and my head was just spinning. So I came back to him, I said, my friend, should this company succeed in what they're trying to do, we're gonna have an internet quake. And believe me, that was over 3 years ago. And right now, that internet quake is already in motion for those of you who are founders. But I was then, I told him, it's gonna take a while. He didn't like that. Because why? He's like each and every one of us, human beings. We love quick money. We love instant gratification. And that is what kills most of us, believe me. I know it, I've experienced it, I can tell it, I can feel it, I can smell it from afar. When I told my friend, listen, he was upset, and I said, listen, I know what this company is trying to do. I mean, he came to me all excited to share an opportunity with me, but he wasn't fully aware of what it's going to take. So I told him, I know what they're doing. They're using artificial intelligence, AI for short, in every step of the development process, okay, embedded. And AI, my friends, is a disruptive technology. What do I mean by that? One that comes every once in a while, and it'll change the way we do things, such as the internet. In other words, it will disrupt our lives. Now, AI is yet the most disruptive technology mankind has ever known. But that AI is very, very involved. It involves what? It involves machine learning. It involves empirical data. It involves millions upon millions of lines of coding. So for those of you who are familiar with software development, you can understand what I'm talking about. And this is time consuming, believe it or not. And that is why I told my friend, we are going to have to buckle up and wait. Enjoy the ride. But I also told him, I don't care how long it's going to take. I want to be part of this opportunity today. I had something called FOMO, fear of missing out. I had missed out on a few opportunities earlier on in my life. One of them, blockchain technology. I'm not going to name the others, but it's been a few. I wasn't going to miss out on this one, not at any cost, and not for any length of time. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care how much it costs. I am going to be part of it. So I asked him, how much is it going to cost me if I wanted to join this business today? And believe me, I was thinking lots of money, maybe 20K or even more. But I also was ready. I had my credit cards with me, a few of them. Thankfully, in the United States, cash isn't that necessary as long as you have those plastics. But my friend told me, he looked at me and said, Charles, you may or may not believe this, it's not going to cost you that much. It's only going to cost you $97. $97. I was speechless. I was discombobulated. I could not believe my ears. And I said to him, you've got to be kidding. He said, nope, I'm dead serious. I said, well, okay. Well, here's my card. Put it on there. Now. And by the time we were done, it had costed me what? $102. So yeah, there's a $5 fee that the banks will charge you. Big deal. I told him, consider that dinner for two. If I had just taken you out to lunch, that is about what I would have spent. So that's dinner for two. But I also told him, I want you to do me a favor. I do not have 5 or 6 years to be monitoring this business. I've got to put food on the table. So call me, text me, email me, do whatever it takes. Get me informed when they are closer to lunch so that I can get more involved. He said, deal. Just over 8 months later, he gave me a call. Charles, the CEO of this company wants to talk to all of us founders in 1 week's time. Can you make yourself available? And I said, why not? 1 week later, I hopped on a call. And there was Mr. Ash Mofara, the CEO of this company. Mr. Ash Mofara, for those of us who have been founders for some time, We have come to know and love him dearly. To me, he's a brother. Now, not only because he's going to help us make money, because I can assure you he will, plenty of it, but also, and more importantly, because of his heart. His heart for humanity is second to none. My friends, we do have quite a few geniuses out there. We have Bill Gates, we have Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Eric Wan, just to name a few. These guys, they all have the brains. They are geniuses, all of them. But what about the heart? As you come to join us, you will find out not only does our CEO have the brains, but he's got heart. And that's why we have what we call AI, artificial intelligence with heart. But mind you guys, I was listening to Ash Mofara that day for the very, very first time. And I hopped on a call just like this one. And he said, folks, we have been making a lot of progress. We are closer to launch more than ever before. So he threw me off by making a statement. Because just over 8 months ago, I told my friend, we are going to be waiting for 5, maybe 6 years. This is going to take a while. Now, all of a sudden, this dude is telling us we are closer to launch. And I'm saying, whom is he kidding? I know what they're doing. If this is some kind of a joke, then I just had to back out because this ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? But he got my attention. I was listening keenly. And then he came back and said, well, some of us founders, we have been unethical, doing some things that we don't want. So we are going to come up with an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. When you see the NDA, sign them up, because it is the only way you're going to participate in this great opportunity. Now, 2 months later, he called up another meeting and he said, folks, NDAs are out. Go sign them up. I went back. I took a look at this very long document. And I can assure you guys, I'm not an attorney, not by any stretch of the imagination. But by the time I was done reading that document, as long as it is in English, I can understand some things. It occurred to me that this is serious business. It occurred to me that this is that time I told my friend to call me, text me, email me, whatever it takes, so I can get involved. I just don't know how he did the timing so perfectly. But I look back at the time, money, energy spent from when I joined the company up until then. And I said to myself, this is the most serious, hardworking effort I've ever seen. And I said to myself, I am going to have to be part of this. I am going to have to roll up my sleeves and be part of this revolution in the making. Called a few friends to my office and I said, folks, we are going to have to spread the word massively. This guy is about to change humanity. And I think I know I want to be part of it. And I think each and every one of us should be part of it. So how are we going to do this? We brainstormed and decided on Zoom. Thanks to technology, with Zoom, all you need is a smart device. And it can be a smartphone, an iPad, a laptop, doesn't matter. And you need data, internet access, and you are on. Okay? And that is why we're here today. Right? Now, Mr. Mofara, the guy I'm telling you guys about, he graduated with a master's in e-commerce. He went back to Harvard, did more studies on online businesses. The guy has a knack for AI, that disruptive technology I just mentioned to you all. This guy is a guru when it comes to traffic generation. Traffic is the most important element in any business out there. Traffic is the reason all of us in ONPASSIVE can dream today. Traffic is the reason we all can invite you to come and dream with us. So what is traffic? Let's spend a couple minutes talking about traffic, all right? And when we say traffic, I'm not talking about cars or motorbikes, as you guys know. I'm talking about human eyes, eyeballs to a business. And I know most of us here have an age. We are more used to offline businesses offline, right? So let's start there. Let's say you have a business offline. Yeah, and it can be any kind of business. It can be a barber shop, a hair salon, doesn't matter, a car dealership. But what if it is a restaurant, right? Let's just say that. Why? Because all of us must eat at some point in time. Okay? And I love food. So let's say you have a restaurant and I have the same exact restaurant. Same restaurant, right? Same kind of food, same chef, same price, same everything except location. Your restaurant is located in a busy area, in a shopping mall. People come in and out all the time. Mine is located in a back alley. It is hidden. Well, guess what? Your restaurant is going to fare better than mine. And here's why. People are going to come to that shopping mall, right? Minding their own business to do their hair, their nails, buy some clothes, window shopping, whatever it is that brings them to that shopping mall. Eventually what happens? They get hungry. They look up, they spot your restaurant, they wander into your restaurant, and the end result of that is what? Sales. My restaurant, on the other hand, they are going to have to know it is there. They're going to have to leave their homes deliberately to go there. Because of that, it suffers. It suffers from what? Traffic. So what is traffic? The people, the customers coming in and out of your business. That is traffic. And that is key to any business. Now, what about traffic online? Say you have a business online, right? CharlesOsong.com. Well, guess what? For that business to make a sale, someone has to click on it. No clicks, no sales. The more the clicks, the more the sales. So what is traffic online? Clicks, people coming to your business. There are companies online, all they do is drive traffic, drive those clicks to businesses, right? Because we have billions upon billions of businesses online. Typical example, Google. That's all it does. That's the main thing. The main money from Google comes from them driving clicks to businesses. Now you go to Google and you search for something. Well, guess what? A bunch of them are going to pop up. Let's say it was a camera, for example. You click on any of them, that company that's selling the cameras, they're paying Google, whether you buy it or not. It is called pay-per-click. And then we have something called targeted traffic. What is targeted traffic? So you go online, you're searching for a TV, and somebody walks around you and say, hey, why don't you go to CharlesOsong.com? And the moment you get there, all you see are TVs, all kinds of TVs, all colors, all prices, all sizes. The chances of you buying very, very high. Now, guess what? CharlesOsong.com just got itself a targeted traffic. Somebody, some customer that is looking for exactly what it is selling. Now, that is huge, my friends, online. Our CEO and founder, Mr. Mofara, is the best in that game of driving targeted traffic. He proved himself many times over. Upon graduation, he joined a few companies, send them traffic, send them customers. He did make quite some money, that is true. And it's also true that those companies made a lot of money. But the problem is, most of them went out of business. Why? Remember, I told you guys in the beginning, a company without viable products is a time bomb. So Mr. Mofara and his family, notably his wife, they're going to sit down and decide and say, hey, look, we need to stop sending customers, people with heart, to businesses that will eventually go out. We are the best in traffic. Why don't we start our own? Get some legitimate, viable digital services, get founding members, you and I, drive traffic to them. They make money, we make money, everybody's happy. My friends, that is the birth of ONPASSIVE. So well over 3 years ago, Mr. Mofara and his friends, they're gonna sit down and they're gonna say, hey, we are starting our own. We know the world has about 8 billion people. We also know that at any point in time, every minute, statistics show that 7 million of them are online. Now remember, this was prior to COVID-19, prior to the pandemic. That number today has escalated. But these guys were just visionaries. There was no COVID-19. And 7 million at the time per minute is a lot. So they said to themselves, what kind of services are these people looking for so that we can provide them? Well, some of us online, we are on our favorite social media, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I love Facebook. But when we are on Facebook, what are we doing? We are sending texts, photos to friends, classmates, colleagues, family members. Guess what that is called? It's called community. Mark Zuckerberg is creating a huge community, and advertisers, businesses are going crazy. They're paying an arm and a leg just to advertise. Well, these guys at ONPASSIVE, they're going to say, you know what? Hey, with AI at the back of our hands, we can have our own community, bigger, better, stronger. As you come to join us, we are almost 1.3 million founders and increasing by the minute. No company on earth has ever opened its doors with even 500,000 customers. So we are considered a unicorn already, even before birth. Now, some of us online, we are doing e-commerce, drop shipping, email marketing, bulk emailing. And these guys are going to say, you know what? With AI, we can do it even better. Auto responding, even better. Some of us online, we are doing video conferencing. It's common these days. Zoom, for example. This is video conferencing. So if you can see me or you can hear me or both, it means you went to some application called Zoom, put in some ID, and there you are. Guess what? Eric Wan and those who have found Zoom are monetizing on our services as we speak. So these guys are going to say, you know what? We can do it better. We have AI. When you come to join us, you're going to find out we have something called O Connect. All our products have O in front of it for ONPASSIVE. Those of us who have been founders for some time, who've had the privy to get a sneak peek of O Connect. It is clearer, 3D. It is faster. It is more secure, end-to-end encrypted. It is scalable. And above all, guess what? More affordable. How do you beat that? I can assure you, my friends, when we launch our O Connect very, very soon, those companies in the video conferencing space, they are going to know there is a new kid on the block. Yes, they will know. Now, some of us online, we are doing what we call virtual VPN. We're using VPN, right? Virtual private network. Okay, sounds like a mouthful. What is that? It's just a tunnel, right? A virtual tunnel, intangible, but tunnel. It cuts across a major network, such as the internet. Employers use it so that their employees can access corporate data without fear of bad guys. So when you hear people work remotely, they have to use a VPN. And ever since the pandemic, more and more companies asking employees to work from home. Facebook, Microsoft, Google, even the federal government asking employees to work from home. What does that mean? That means those companies in this space are monetizing. Well, guess what? These guys are ONPASSIVE. We already have ours called O Virtual. AI driven from start to finish, super, super smart, more encrypted, more secured, more scalable, and above all, guess what? More affordable. So what do I say? When we launch, the big players in this VPN space, they are going to know there is a new kid on the block. You can count on that. Take that to the bank. Now, there is search engine optimization. I just mentioned Google. How does Google get customers, get products in front of customers? That's what they use, SEO. Meaning what? You search for something, they're going to optimize your search, bring that product to the top so that eyeballs, you can see them. Well, in a few short weeks, days maybe, ONPASSIVE is going to launch a brand new website called onpassive.com, optimized with AI-driven search engine. Okay? We are going to use that to market our products, to get eyes to our products. You better believe this is a revolution in the making. We do have a bunch of products. What am I doing, guys? All I'm doing is simple. I am giving you the products that we have that you and I can relate to. Everybody, it doesn't matter what you do. You are on social media, right? One or the other. Some of us, most of us use Zoom. We do have other products, education services. But not everybody uses it. Not everybody goes to school, right? But for those who use it, if you have ever used Udemy, we have Academy, way better. We have human resource applications, financials. We have help desk. Those of you in IT, you have ServiceNow, you have Remedy. Well, guess what? We have Odesk. Combines everything humongous. So what is ONPASSIVE doing? ONPASSIVE is putting all of this together. It's saying, hey, you need something online, whether you're an individual, whether you're a business, we have it for you. And they're putting it under one umbrella, right? In IT, we call it single sign-on, SSO. No company on earth has ever succeeded in doing that. But we are 99% there. Now, this is value, my friends, value. And I told you guys in the beginning, with ONPASSIVE, you do not have to recruit or sell to make money. With ONPASSIVE, you do not have to come out of pocket every month to pay some bill. With ONPASSIVE, now we have the most legitimate digital viable services in the world today. And above all, they're in one place. With all this value, how much is it going to cost you to become a founder today? When I came in over 3 years ago, it was $97. How fortunate are you for you to have to come in at $97 today? But guess what? That window of opportunity is fast shutting down. I can assure you, not long from now, the founding position will be gone once and for all. So if you are here and you are a guest, get back to whoever invited you, give them a hug, and tell them, I need to jump in fast. Okay? Now, you come in, what else do you have to do? Nothing, nada, zilch. You can sit down, shut your lip, seal it, and when we launch, you will be in money. However, if you want to be like us, who want to be part of the change in the world, part of changing humanity, you can tell your loved ones, your friends, families, hey, there is something good out there. You don't want to miss out. But by the way, if you don't, you're going to share your own wealth with them, right? Then how about they get their own wealth? So you don't have to dip into your pockets to help them. What Zig Ziglar says, you help enough people get what they want, you eventually get what you want. How big is that? That statement says tons of things in my head whenever I think about it. Okay? So you can, if you so desire, that's why we're called unpassive, passive opportunity. Sit back, shut your lips. Until we launch to the public in a few short months, believe me, we will be there. We are almost there. I've been watching this business grow more than 3 years ago. Every day I'm getting excited. Every day, every day. We're almost there. And when we do, you're going to come out of pocket again one last time. Very small amount of money, undetermined amount of money, but very, very small. As a matter of fact, we're just calling it skin in the game. Why? Because our CEO wants everybody that is a founder to be able to afford. Our mission is what? Help reduce poverty in the world. If possible, eliminate poverty. He's not seeking to be the richest person on earth. He's not interested. He's seeking to be the one person that has enabled the most families in this world. That's it. And that's all of us, our mission, right? So now, with OnPassive, you're going to come out of pocket twice. The first time, $97 at this time to become a founder. The second and last time, when we launch to the public, some little change, and you are on. That's it. After that, money is a one-way street from the company to your bank account. Now, does OnPassive have risk? Yes, every company has risk. What is our risk? $97. But guess what? Our CEO has made it a non-factor. Why? Because he has said at any point in time, after paying your $97, you don't like what you see, you don't like what you hear, no problem. We'll refund you with a kiss. So risk is gone. How do you beat that? My friends, again, one more time, if you are a guest, count this your lucky day, get back to whoever invited you, and come on board ASAP. I believe I've given you enough information to make an informed decision. However, we are going to take questions from you if you are a guest, okay? And you need some clarification. We do have a bunch of leaders in the house, okay? And they're going to help you. We're going to make sure that your questions are answered to your satisfaction. Now, if you're a founder, please do us a favor. We do have our founder-only meeting roundtable every Monday, 2 p.m. New York time, Eastern Daylight Time. You can come there and ask or comment anyhow you want. Once we are done with the founders, once we are done with the guests, We can take comments, short comments from founders, no questions, okay? I'm gonna yield my time back to you, Dr. Melder, our moderator, very, very able, and would love to hear your voice. Thank you very much for your ears. Have a blessed weekend.
Thank you. Can you make me co-host, please, Dr. Georgie? And stay focused here, Dr. Georgie Mianda. I requested co-host long time ago. Anyway, Mr. Charles Osong, I want to commend you for what you do best. You do fabulously, overwhelmingly. I mean, I don't know how to express it, but you did so well in the presentation, and I'm sure our guests are moved. And again, I want to underscore the fact that only our guests are privy to ask any questions that they do want here. With a lot of founders we do have on board, they'll be ready to support you and answer whatever question. And please, our founders, our own questions or Q&A session is deferred to Monday, and you can join us, as Mr. Osong said. So that being the case, Mr. Osong, again, thank you for a very, very good job. To you, the founders, if you want to ask a question, please raise your hand if you can using your virtual device. And I will, you'll be permitted to unmute yourself, and hopefully you can use this medium to show us who you are by at least showing your video so we can see who you are and relate the name to the face, and you can ask your questions. Again, this is the time for the guests, I'm sorry, for the guests to ask questions. Anyone with a question, please?